Hi guys, welcome back to another video. I am Scorpso3 and today we are going to be looking at sim rigs, or specifically my sim rig, my very basic sim rig. So this happened probably about 6 months ago. I actually started off with VR and VR racing and really enjoying VR, and then I did see the opportunity for someone to be playing VR in a car racing game. And I thought, wow, that would be a pretty cool experience. And so I decided to get into it a little bit. I just decided to get my VR headset, get my Quest 2, and try it out. And I was blown away by VR. Some people don't like it. I get that. And it's not for everyone, especially if you have motion sickness. It can get quite bad. Um, but your body gets used to it, and my body did too. And then I decided to try out some car racing games, and VR. I swear VR was almost built for car racing games. So I loved it that much. I really enjoyed it. I was like, wow, you can do anything in these games. You can drive wherever you like, whatever car you like, wherever you like, as fast as you like, and you don't have to worry about getting pulled over by the cops. All the issues that come with that, replacing tires, servicing your car, trailers, everything you could imagine that costs a heap of money. And so I went, well, let's buy a sim rig. Let's actually take this kind of seriously to a degree, or just get the full immersion. So, got on YouTube, had a look at a few videos, didn't do a massive amount of research. I probably should have, but I was just looking for some cheap options. How could I get into this game cheap, and how could I enjoy it cheap? And so that's what I did. I got on Facebook Marketplace. I had a look around. I went through a couple of reiterations of wheel stands with a Logitech. I ended up buying a Logitech G920, which is kind of what everyone starts with. And to be honest, I'm quite happy with it. I know it's not professional grade. I'm not particularly aiming for professional grade right now. I more just want to enjoy it. And to be honest, when you're in VR, you can't really tell that you're on a basic steering wheel. I know that if you're not in VR and you can see your steering wheel, you will obviously see that you're not on professional grade equipment. But in VR, all your senses are sort of working that you don't honestly realize too much that you're not using professional equipment, other than the fact you don't get the same feedback. So what I ended up doing was getting the Logitech, getting a wheel stand, and then I sort of thought, well, maybe I should get a seat and get an actual rig. And I ended up, I had a great run actually. I was looking for a Next Level Racing. I already had the wheel stand, the 1.0 version, and I was looking for the seat and the add-on. And I searched everywhere, high and low. They go for around about 600 Australian dollars, 700 Australian dollars right now. And that's a little bit on the cheaper side, which is fine. And then I ended up finding a mate of mine who actually had a full GT Ultimate Next Level Racing rig that was literally like in his shed doing nothing, just sitting there, and he'd upgraded, and he just said, oh yeah, I don't even use it anymore. And I said, how much can I buy it off you? And I got a ripping deal, like an absolute ripping deal that you couldn't find anywhere. So I couldn't pass it up. So that's what I went with. And I'll talk you through it. Let's have a look at the system. Let's get into it. And I'll show you just what I've got, the basics. And you can do it with less than this. This is not what you have to go with. There's plenty of other options out there. You can do it cheaper. Or maybe not cheaper, but you can do it in different ways. That if you need to buy brand new, there is other options as well. If you're lacking space like I am, there is other ways to do it. But for now, let's have a look what I've got, and then let's see if it's of value to you, and it might give you some ideas that could help you with building your sim rig. So I hope you guys enjoy this, and let's get into it. Okay guys, so a couple of things I would like to mention just in closing. Sim racing is a deep, deep pit to get into. If you really enjoy cars, man, you're going to love this experience. But also, if you're purchasing products, I do recommend that if you know you're going to love it, I do recommend that you test it first to try it out. Get on someone's cheaper size rig and give that a drive first, like mine, like a budget sim rig. And if you enjoy that and you love it and you've already got a background in cars and you enjoy it, try a higher end rig. I would say get on like a Fanatec DD or some type of system that's the next level up and see if you enjoy that more, because I can guarantee that down the track you are going to want to do more. You're just going to want that a little bit more realism, I guess, in the feeling of the cars and in the feeling of the tyres to the road. But if you just want to have fun, if you just want to have a basic time, you don't want to spend a fortune, then I would highly recommend looking at a system very much similar to what I have, or even less. You can get away with less. But I think for a basic sim setup, to get as much immersion as you can without going all out on the credit card or with the savings, this is exactly what I would recommend. Very similar to my components or something similar. I think all up, this whole package probably cost me around, I would say maybe $1,200 Australian. And I got some extremely good deals along the way. That's including the screen, the chair, the rig, everything that you saw here other than my PC components. You are going to need a PC or a console of some type if you want to get this Logitech wheel. It does work relatively well on console, not as good as PC. I have tried it on my Xbox and it was a little bit underwhelming, to be honest, and nowhere near as precise. So you will need a PC with this, I would recommend, and it doesn't have to be a hugely powerful PC these days, depending on what games you want to play and how much you want to enjoy it. But the key to sim racing for me is immersion. I want to feel immersed in what I'm doing because I want to literally feel like I'm at the racetrack. And I think that's what we all want to feel at times. So this was probably the cheapest way to do it, and it was fun building it. It was a great time. Good looking for components and building stuff. I enjoy that type of thing. And playing in VR, immersion wise, with this system is absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. And it only gets better from here on up. So if you go a more expensive wheel, a more expensive components, and yeah, you really get into direct drive wheels and load cell pedals and a whole range of different things, you will find it even more immersive. But just the justification of dollars is what you sort of need to look at is, am I going to get value for money if I go further? And I probably will go further, to be honest. Eventually I will go down the direct drive wheel space and also a new set of pedals. I do enjoy it the way it is, and I do love it, and I'll keep driving this way for a while until I can see the justification in going up. I have tried direct drive wheels, high powered ones, and yeah, it is an amazing experience as well, and it is that next level for sure. But until that time, I'm extremely happy with this setup for now. I'm not 100% competitive or consistent, as you can see me smashing into walls, but that's the practice. I think that's just practice. That's just me getting on the track more, spending more time on it, and just really soaking it in. And I think you guys will love it. If you're into cars, you're into racing, once you try this, you'll realise that, maybe I don't need a massive expensive car setup. It's not the same as racing a car around a racetrack in real life, but it's very close. It's very close, and it's close enough for me to not own a race car. It's close enough for me to not shell out 30, 40, 50 grand on a race car. I have spent probably 20, 30 grand on drift cars and imports, and look, I loved it. It was a great time. Some great times on the racetrack, but this for me is definitely great and I enjoy it, and it's a lot cheaper and a lot of fun. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Any questions, shoot them in the comments below. Like and subscribe if you feel like it, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Peace.